In recent months, as we all know, we've had to adjust some things around, and a lot of us who are in college have had to keep ourselves accountable for everything that we have to do. There are a few things that over the last few months I've been able to practice and get better with when it comes to my productivity. I am a full-time student as well as I work part-time 4 days a week. I'm doing YouTube and I'm also trying to have a social life. For me, a little structure goes a long way when it comes to my productivity. If it means writing something down, if it means making a list before I start doing work, it makes such a difference. I think it is so important to really keep on top of our work when it comes to our school or our job. It will help us in the long run so we don't feel so stressed from everything around us. Really important is what you do right after you wake up. For me, that looks something like washing my face with really cold water. Now, I know what you're thinking, and you're probably like, okay, she doesn't actually do that. I do. Now, the next thing that is really important is that you have to change your clothes that you were sleeping in. Differentiate from the time that you are at home relaxing and the time that you are at home doing your work. Since we're not changing our surroundings from our regular home to a classroom or a college campus or your office, but you are in the same space, you want to still feel like you're about to go somewhere. Another thing that I find really important after I get ready is that I don't go to work straight away. The reason for that is that I really don't enjoy overstimulating my mind just because I just woke up. My mind is already stimulated by the fact that I just opened my eyes and I'm awake. There are things like dishes that need to be washed, or if there's maybe some laundry that I need to do. By doing all those little things like cleaning and vacuuming, maybe watering your plants, whatever it is, it makes me feel like I'm already getting things done in my day without cluttering my mind with all of this work and school stuff, because those are usually very brain heavy. So things that are a little bit more mindless already get your day started by being able to feel like you're taking things off your list when it comes to housework. So the next thing that I like doing is planning out my day, making a list on my whiteboard. The reason that it's really helpful is because it paints an entire picture on what it is that I have to do that day, what are the little tasks under the big priorities that need to get done for that big task to be completed. It really kind of lets me know, okay, so this is all I have to do. How am I planning on doing it? What do I want to start with? I kind of like to write everything that I have going on in that day down, just because I take great satisfaction in checking it off or crossing it off. And it makes me feel like, okay, I'm getting somewhere, I'm going through my day, I'm getting all of my stuff done, and it's just really satisfying. So sometimes if I forget to write something down that I already did, I might actually write it in just to be able to cross it off. Something that has become crucial also is your surroundings. Decluttering my space has become so important, and that is also why I like to start my day with chores around my house, is because I know that once I actually do start working on my school stuff or anything else that I have to do in this space, I know that I won't be bothered by the little things that are on the floor that I didn't vacuum. I just have that peace of mind of my surroundings being clean. Now, another thing that some people might hate that I'm about to say is that I think is so important for you to sit down or be in a sitting position. When you're at work, you don't get to just lie around and be on your computer or whatever else. I know it can become really easy and kind of a habit to lounge around in bed while doing your school stuff and feeling like, oh, it's okay, like I'm getting things done, but I'm just at home, I'm just relaxing, I'm still like in the clothes that I slept in earlier, there's still dishes in the sink, but I'm still getting stuff done. For myself personally, that really sitting down at a desk will make such a difference in how you work. If you're at your desk like this, you get to really feel like you're in that work mode. You're in that type of setting that you would normally be if you were at your office or at school. Another thing to think about is having your surroundings feel like your own and making you feel good. If that means lighting a candle, making yourself some tea, I think it can really make a difference on the mood and how you feel in your space. I do enjoy some music. My go-to is definitely to put some lo-fi cafe music. There's a lot of Spotify playlists. I never put anything that has words on it just because it juggles up all of the words that I might be like reading or writing. It could be jazz, it could be blues, it could be just like some mellow beats. They're really, really great to just kind of get you focused. It kind of makes time go by faster, just narrowing down on the one task that you're doing and you don't have anything else going on around you. Now that we have structured our day with everything that we have to get done, I think it's important to also structure your work day as if you were actually going to work. And that is why, again, I enjoy doing those tasks in the morning. Because think about it, in the morning you would normally be getting ready, maybe eating breakfast, maybe not, making your coffee or something, and then you would be commuting to wherever you're going. You're never just starting work or school right away. You have to make your way there. Doing some work around the house makes me feel like I'm waking myself up the same way I would if I was just driving there. Planning something later in the day gives me a deadline. If that means making plans with a friend, planning to watch a movie or having a movie night, FaceTime a friend, you want to schedule those things towards the end of the day so you feel like you have a deadline. Sometimes it's so easy to just keep working and keep going. It is important to know when to stop, to know when to give yourself a break. Giving yourself breaks throughout the day is so crucial. I'm sure everybody is aware of what the Pomodoro method is when it comes to studying or doing work. Doing 25 minutes of work and then a 5-minute break makes such a difference than going a straight 3 hours, because let's be honest, we will get distracted by just looking at, some dust that you need to dust, or how maybe, what should I make for lunch today? If you give yourselves those 5 minutes, you're much more likely to feel like your brain has a break. Your brain isn't overstimulated with all this information. Put your phone away, put it on Do Not Disturb, and make sure it is on Do Not Disturb. Because it is so easy to get that one little bing. You pick it up and then you're like, oh wait, but there's also this and there's also this, and then you just keep scrolling. So that's basically it. These are just a few things that have helped me so that I am able to be more productive, make better use of my time at home. I am not always successful, and there are times where I also struggle, making sure that everything is in check the way that I was talking about in this video. But all in all, I tried my best to really incorporate all these tips into my everyday schedule and routine. And while I know it is hard to deal with being at home all the time, I do think that it is important to realize and be grateful about the fact that I am able to work from home and do school from home. I actually afford going to school. I'm also able to still go to work, afford living in this apartment, afford living in Seattle, living on my own independently from my family. Those things are so important to sometimes reflect on and remember that not everybody's in this situation, and that we have to be grateful for what we have right now. It sometimes feels like the world is just crazy, and it is, but we also have to keep our sanity. For me, implementing those productivity tips that I gave you really helps me kind of center in on what I have to do. It makes me feel like I have control over the things in my life that I have to get done, and I hope that it will help you too. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and comment and subscribe. I will really greatly appreciate it. There's more to come. I'm really trying to grow this channel, so thank you for watching this video and see you next time.